Well, good evening. Happy Thursday, everybody. How are you? Welcome to week 1 of our Glam Academy. I'm so excited for this. This is our second time around. This was one of the most fun, most popular events that we've ever done. I learned so much. Our consultants learned so much, and our customers loved it. So some of you are coming back for round 2. I'm so excited. Thank you for being with us, being loyal and hanging out with us. It's so much fun. And some of you are here for the first time, and I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. So, okay, let's get this night started. Tell us if you are a consultant watching, comment in here. Let us know you're a consultant. If you're a customer, tell us who your Mary Kay girl is. And thank you so much for being loyal to Mary Kay, for supporting our consultants and their small business. You don't even know what that means to them. So Sherry, I see you. Hello. You are the first one to comment. Thank you. I hope this is live. I hope you can hear me. There's always that little bit of fear the first time of doing anything. So when we did the first Glam Academy, we had it hybrid. So you could be in our studio or you could be on Zoom, wake up, do your makeup on a Saturday morning. So we decided through summer we were just going to do YouTube. But you know what? You can always call your consultant and tell her, I learned about the foundation. I want to try. I want to play. She would be so happy. If you don't live close to her, there is a virtual quiz on Mary Kay's website, how to match your foundation. It is so accurate. It's astounding. Like, I don't know how they do it, but and we have samples we can send you, and everything is 100% guaranteed. So if it's not the right shade, formula, whatever, we will make it right. So okay, let's get into it. We're going to talk about one more thing, giveaways. Okay, we upped the sweetness of watching with us. So we have a $50 Mary Kay prize drawing every week. Since we won't have one on the 4th of July, then we're going to extend the $50 drawing for through after the 4th of July, because we want to make sure as many people can benefit from this as possible. And so it's our end of the Mary Kay year. So we're like a little bit bonkers. So it gives us a little more time to get this out to our consultants, our customers too. So $50 drawing extended this week only. And then there's a $200 Mary Kay prize drawing if you watch all 4 weeks. Okay. So you don't have to watch it live. You can watch the replay. And how you get entered into the drawing, okay, hold on. Let me double check this to make sure. Okay, well, I'm just going to make the call. How you get entered in the drawing is just by commenting on the YouTube link. Okay, so we'll put your name in a spinner and we will do it. So if you watch all 4 weeks, you guys, a $200 grand prize drawing, and then each month we do a $400 cash drawing. So by watching in June, you're going to be in June's $400 cash drawing, and then the July ones, you're going to be in the next month. So that's exciting. Now, I want to know, put in the comments, any questions you have, anything that you don't feel confident when it comes to a flawless face, foundation, concealer, anything like that. If I don't answer it on this one, I'll make sure to answer you somehow, whether it's a private message or whatever, or I'll catch you on the next YouTube class. But it's interesting because 80 to 95% of women are wearing the wrong foundation shade or formula. I mean, that's astounding to me. I remember just watching my mom do makeup, and it was fascinating. And, you know, I remember having a conversation about the color difference between her face and her neck. So she figured it out, right? But we always want that, so that we are wearing just the most beautiful, flawless foundation without seeing a color difference. You don't want to look like you're wearing foundation. And then what is interesting too is 55% of women who don't wear foundation would consider wearing it if they knew what color or type would work best for them. So ta-da, you have a Mary Kay girl. We will take care of you. We will make sure that you have everything you need. So if you're playing at home, I did send instructions to do something. It's like a test, okay? To wash your face, to exfoliate half of your face, moisturize your face, and then double moisturize the exfoliated side. Does that make sense? Okay. Because what I want you to see is, what does exfoliation do for your foundation? What does double hydrating do for your foundation? So we'll talk a little bit about that. But first of all, I want to tell you, okay, foundation. Hello, Stephanie. Oh my gosh, so good to see you. I love this. I love that we're still connected through this summer. Okay, so a lot of how your foundation looks is going to be the level of your skin game, right? Your skincare game. And our skin, what we're doing internally makes a difference. So I'm just going to go through 7 things, or not, I don't know how many things. I have bullet points, but they're not numbered. Okay, I'm going to go through a few of my favorite things to make sure your skin is glowing from the inside, that you have the healthiest looking skin. Number 1, good fats like olive oil, flaxseed oil. I do this weird thing where I grind up flax seeds in water and lemon in the morning, and I drink that because those good fats are so good for every part of your body, and your skin loves them too. So foods with high water content to help you hydrate, that have vitamins and minerals like dark leafy green vegetables, green tea, rooibos tea. Interesting. It was hard to find that. Once I learned this, I'm like, I couldn't find it. I had to order it online, but rooibos tea helps you build collagen, and it's inexpensive, right? So like I said, water with lemon slices, pink sea salt will kind of give you some minerals in your water. Sleep. This can be a hard one, especially for you mamas. You know, you're trying to get up early, do all the things, squeeze some extra things in at night, but sleep, the amount and the quality of sleep drastically makes a difference with our skin. Exercise, we get those happy hormones. We get rid of bad hormones like cortisol. You know, you have to burn that out of your body through exercise, and then it increases your circulation, which makes everything happy. So those are my tips for flawless skin from the inside out. Now let's talk externally, okay? Because oh my gosh, I'm looking at the comments. Gail, hello. You guys are amazing. Okay. So here we go. So cleansing morning and night is going to make a big difference. I love our Miracle Set cleanser. It's a 4-in-1. It brightens, it exfoliates, but I love our repair cleanser. I am 40. What am I? 48. I just turned 48. And so I was using the Miracle Set for a little bit, but then I upgraded again to the repair set. And I'm like, why did I quit this? I love it so much, but they're both great. Exfoliating, very gentle, and on a daily basis, but then a good exfoliation treatment every 4 days. I teach what's called skin cycling. So every 4 days, there's 1 day of exfoliation, 1 day of retinol, 1 day of hydration. That is amazing. But we'll do another class on that. But just know, exfoliating and resurfacing are really important. And then a hydration, extra night of hydration. And I've got just some fun things to show you for hydration. And then a good night cream, sun protection, and a good eye routine. So that's my list for skincare with flawless face. So if I have a morning, I really want my makeup to look flawless and just perfect and glowy, I will do this moisture renewing gel mask. I typically do this at night and just sleep in it. But in the morning, let's say I have just like a meeting or a wedding or something fun, I will put this on for 10-15 minutes, let my skin rehydrate, and then it looks amazing. Our nourishing oil, I have about 4 or 5 of these open at all times. I love this. It smells so good. Sweet almond oil, olive oil, sesame oil. It's amazing. And just look at how it just makes your skin calm and happy. I love it. So those are my 2 favorite nourishing products. And then I have a couple tools, like I do gua sha, and then this is so fun. Okay, I had a facial, and the facial person, what do they call them? Put it in the chat. I can't remember. She used these glass globes, and they're cold. You put them in the fridge. So I put that nourishing oil on. I'm probably not doing this right, but I love the feeling of cold on my face, and being almost 50, I have noticed like puffiness. And so I'll teach you want to stimulate your lymph glands. And so you want to bring everything down, bring everything back, right? Bring it down again. You're going to thank me for this. And your skin loves, your face loves a little massage. Bring it down again. Same thing, back, down. Get that nose area. This is why I didn't wear foundation, because I wanted to show you this. And then your forehead, right? Just really give it some love. You are worth a 1 minute massage in the morning or night or both. Okay. So that's prepping the skin. I hope that you learned some fun tips. Throw in your favorite tip in the chat. Just like these glass globes, I think they were Target, you guys. It is just, it's fun to have a little treat. Okay. All right. So once you do your hydrator, you might want a foundation primer. Foundation primers are amazing. They create this invisible buffer. Ours is a unique patented formula. It's oil-free. It absorbs excess oil, reduces the look of pores, fine lines, wrinkles, skin imperfections, and acts like a magnet for your foundation. It extends the wear, and it has a little SPF of 15. So it's beautiful. If you've never tried it, you will love it. And then the foundations that I'm obsessed with. So I used to be that mineral powder girl, you know, when mineral powder was so big. And oh my gosh, when we came out with these Time-Wise foundations, I've never gone back to powder. And you can build the coverage, you can make it more of a full coverage, you can make it a lighter coverage. But I think many people are nervous about real foundations. Maybe you gravitate towards the CC cream because it's easier to match. Well, I am going to help you, but these foundations are not just a foundation. They're part of skincare. They have age-defying ingredients, and they're the same ingredients that are in our Time-Wise Miracle Set. It's got it in here. Vitamin B3, peptides, encapsulated resveratrol is all in here. And there's two formulas. I don't have both formulas. So we're going to pretend one is for dry skin, normal to dry, and one is for oily skin. So Luminous is for normal to dry. It's 12 hours of hydration in your foundation. Like, that's beautiful. And it contains light reflecting minerals plus jojoba oil. And then the matte wear. So if you get oily, that just sounded terrible to you, I know. The matte wear is 12 hours of oil control. It's got special microspheres that act like a sponge to absorb oil. So I really, really love our foundations. Okay, so here is 8 things that people do wrong in foundations. So you can tell me what is if you have one that you did not know is wrong, but using the wrong tool. A lot of times, if you're not getting the look that you want, it might not be the foundation, it could be the tool. And so I'm a fan of these 2 brushes. This brush is our foundation blending brush. I can't remember the names. Foundation. If somebody is a consultant watching this, throw it in the chat. I think this is a foundation blending brush. I just can't remember what this is. But so this is for medium coverage. I love the angle of this brush. And I love the way that it feels and just buffs on your skin. So that is amazing. What is this called, you guys? I don't know, but look at how dense this is. This is a blender brush. So what is this one? See, 21 years, you can be successful in Mary Kay. Okay, so this is so dense. This gives you a fuller coverage. I mean, I could do one on one side, one on the other, but I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. I have both because there's times where I really want a fuller coverage, but I use this one probably the most. Which one? Oh, thank you. Foundation brush and blending brush. So foundation brush is the medium coverage, blending brush is the full coverage. Put it in the chat if you're familiar with these tools. Which one do you use? One or both? Okay, so those are the tools. A sponge, I would say, is more if you are, I don't know, oily. But I don't love a sponge. It soaks up a lot of your products. I do love our sponge. You have to squeeze it 13 times, right, to get it so that the water is in there so it doesn't suck up a lot of your products. But that just speaks to how dense our sponge is, okay? So number 2 mistake is using the wrong undertone. This is really big, and I'm going to help you understand your undertone. So if you are in the sun and you only have one color, like your normal color and red, you just burn right away. Then you have a cooler undertone. Typically, the veins will be blue. You can see the blue veins under your skin. I can never figure that out. But now maybe you're on medication that makes you burn more. So what I would think about, what did your skin do when you were a kid? Okay, that might be a better test. And then if you maybe you burn once, but then you tan, that's usually a neutral undertone. So you would use our neutral undertone foundation. And if you only have or if you have your natural color, but you go out in the sun and you get this beautiful golden tan, then you're olive undertone. Okay. So let me know if you figured out which undertone you are. If you have an olive undertone, it is very hard. It's challenging to find the right foundation with that undertone. So Mary Kay, we have such a beautiful wardrobe of foundations. We got you. They're even labeled in the right undertone, so it's easy to pick. And I tried to use a different, I thought maybe I was lying to myself. I used the warm, that is the olive undertone. And so I thought maybe I'm lying. Maybe I just want to be that. So I came to one of our Mary Kay events in a yellow, like neutral undertone. And Rachel took one look at me and she's like, "Are you not feeling good? What's wrong with you? Are you tired?" So it does definitely affect the look of your skin just by the undertone. So wrong color. This is number 3, mistake number 3, wrong color. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you're in a store, you're looking at the bottle. Maybe you need 2 shades and you didn't realize that, a winter and a summer shade. And then sometimes we have our own challenges when it comes to color. Maybe our face is a different color than our neck. So we'll have to, play around with that. But most of the time you want your foundation on your face to match your neck. If you just match your face and it doesn't really blend to your neck, you have a floating head. Okay. So you want to make sure that color blends. Now, sometimes we have darkening on our face and you might have to use one foundation from the top and one foundation at the bottom and blend towards each other to really even out that skin tone. So if you have a specific issue like that, please let me know. I would love to give you some tips. Wrong finish for your skin. This is a big one. Okay, as we get older, our skin dries out sometimes, a lot of the time. So we need to get more dewy, or we'll be patchy. Our foundation will be patchy. And what happens is maybe you were oily as a teenager or young adult, and sometimes we got to get it locked in our brain that our skin's oily. And so really assess, do you need a more luminous foundation? And if you're oily, don't get a luminous foundation. Okay, I know that dewy is in, but it may not be the best thing for you right now. So number 5, this is a biggie. I feel like this was the one on our last one that people related to the most, applying too much foundation. So I'm going to show you how to apply it, but you just apply a little bit at a time and buff it in because you want it to look like skin. I'm going to use this brush. I think I'm mirrored, oh no, it's right. Okay, so I can't really see though. So you're going to have to, so that was a lot. Here we go. But what you want, okay, I'm just going to blend some in around. But you want to just buff it in little tiny circles. Spend a little extra time. I know Sherry started doing this. She started using less, and then she started taking her time to really buff it in. And it made such a difference. She said she looked younger. So if you need a little extra coverage, and a lot of times if you put the foundation on this part of your face, you just kind of blend it into the outer, and you're going to look so much more natural. And if you need extra coverage, go in with concealers or an extra little dab of foundation in those trouble spots. Okay. So there you go. I'll try to talk as I do it. And then I blend down because we all have these little tiny hairs on our face and we don't want to look more hairy. So we just want to blend those babies down so they're happy. Okay, and then foundation and primer not matching, that this is not an issue if you use Mary Kay, but a lot of times if your primer is water-based or silicone, and your foundations don't pair with that, it's not going to be right. And the seventh thing is not priming or prepping your skin. We already talked about that. But if your foundation's looking dry, if it's cakey, if it's separating, if it's looking greasy, patchy, all those things. Did I say that? Okay. Then you need some extra steps on the prep. So if it's patchy or cakey, you need a little exfoliation treatment. If it's oily or separating, do a charcoal mask the night before, or you could even put a layer of powder first and then do your foundation. If your combination, you probably definitely want to use a primer. And then the eighth thing is not blending properly. So we already just talked about like taking that extra time to buff, but blend it in properly. Blend, so that it just melts into your skin. Okay, I'm just making sure I told you all the things I had planned for that. Okay, so a lot of times underneath your eyes, that's like the biggest thing. Okay, so we're going to talk about the under eyes. You want to prep your eyes properly. A lightweight eye cream is probably better than a heavy eye cream if you're doing makeup. Okay, so you want it hydrated, but not too hydrated. I really like our Time Wise Miracle Set eye cream. I use all the eye creams we make. I use the Repair at night. Sometimes I'll use it in the morning because it's got that nice massager, but I typically use this one in the morning. And for all that you Mary Kay girls, we still have this. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is our eye soothing gel. And the beautiful thing is it's cooling, soothing, but you can pop it over makeup. So if you need a refresher during the day, you can pop it over your foundation just like that. Tap it. It'll make your eyes just look revived. Okay. You want a foundation that's not heavy underneath your eyes. Light to medium viscosity. Avoid putting too much foundation in this area at first. So you want a thin layer and then just kind of sweep it in there, right? And then once you are at the concealer phase, I really like this concealer brush, and I like to tap it on my hand so that I get very, very little foundation or very little concealer, and then just go in. A huge mistake is using too much concealer. So keep it down here, not under here where we get those wrinkles. And then if you have, we have a color, eye color corrector. It's a peachy undertone. So if you have dark circles, then you would do your concealer first, a light layer, and then you would do this under eye corrector over top. It's got this peachy undertone with light reflecting microspheres, and then you just dab it in there, right? And it brightens that whole eye area, it corrects that purple. But if you have that going here, double check to see if your lids have any kind of purple veins showing through, because you can use that under eye corrector on your lid as well. We had a couple people, it was like a life changer in the last Glam Academy. So, and then you have to set it. And I know, like you might have a fear of using powder. It's going to show my wrinkles more. But if you don't use powder, it's going to crease and you're going to look older. But the key, again, do you remember the key? Can you guess the key? Light powder. I mean, ever so light. But powder makes your skin look like skin, and it keeps it, it sets it. And I love our powders. They're very finely milled. So they're going to be really, really wonderful for any of those difficult areas. So then you just tap it in, blend it in, right? I mean, that little bit that I used, I tapped it, was enough for my whole face. And then, oh, I forgot, it's right there. Setting spray. You can also take a little bit of setting spray, tap it underneath your eyes. But one more trick for under the eyes. If you've done your foundation and your concealer, and before you get to the powder, if it started creasing already, wipe the crease away. Like minimize that crease with your brush and then powder it. If you powder it after the crease already set in, it's going to stay there and look more pronounced. Okay, so okay, I'm going to look at the comments, make sure that I didn't miss anything. Hi, Emily Brooks. So nice to see you. So you guys, we're going to get glammed up on Thursday night. So maybe you find something to do afterwards. Go to Walmart. You're going to be looking so cute. Or wherever, schedule a late night happy hour with a girlfriend. But I hope that you learned something. I would love to know what you've learned, what was your favorite tip for the flawless face. The next one we do will be eyes. That's a fun one. So like always, I'll send you information how to get prepped up first. And then we have specials every single week. So as you're playing with your makeup, you're opening up your makeup bag. Maybe you're realizing that your foundation color isn't right, or you're out of powder, or you need to refresh something. Everything that we talk about each week, that specific thing will be on sale. So check out the email that we're going to send. If you're not seeing my emails, it's because it's going to your spam. So find an email from me, Casey, and then mark it to go to your inbox, or mark it to go to a special folder so you have all your Glam Academy in one area. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. I'm so excited. Stephanie Escalante, hi, I'm so happy you're here. So you guys, if you are just catching this, comment in here, and that's what's going to get you in for the $50 weekly. Also, the $200 drawing for watching all 4. But I am so excited about summer. I'm excited about going through Glam Academy with you. We are gonna just have the best summer ever. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams. Bye-bye, you guys.